Hello everybody, this is the Overwhelmed Gamer, and I'm going to be showing you a little bit of the early access of Night Shift gameplay. The road's always there, you've just got to find it. So this is actually a voiceover of me playing the game earlier. I had no idea what type of game this was, and unfortunately, other than the story, there wasn't really any information on the Steam store page. It took me about 15 minutes to realize that this is mainly a puzzle game, and also a mystery game. And the reason that this is a voiceover is because until I realized that, I had mostly negative feedback about the game. As you can see, as I'm driving along this road, it looks to be looping over and over and over again. I'm not exactly sure how I didn't realize this, but it took me quite a while to figure out that I wasn't really going anywhere. So the synopsis of the story is, the sun has disappeared from the sky. Darkness chokes the land, depriving it of all things good. Now it's time for you to figure out how to bring the sun back. Get behind the wheel and find the sun in Night Shift. Alright, so it takes me a little while to figure out this first puzzle, so I'm going to go ahead and speed through it. Maybe stop at the stop sign? There we go. And the sad part is even after this, I didn't realize that this was actually a puzzle that I was solving. I honestly didn't know what was happening. I think if I knew that this was a puzzle game, that I would have liked it a lot sooner. So if there's one piece of advice that I could give the developer of this game is to maybe flesh out the Steam store page. Anyway, enough about that. So this being primarily a puzzle game, I like to keep it mostly spoiler free. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to a slightly more difficult puzzle that I found to be a lot of fun. I don't know how long this game is, so hopefully this won't be too big of a spoiler. So later in the game you'll find this orb type object that's glowing and sitting on the ground. I'm not going to really say any more than that. So as you can see, even though I'm going straight, the orb keeps reappearing in front of me. So basically, I just had to keep going in random directions until I can find the road again. So at this point of the video, I had already pretty much figured out the puzzle. Now I'm just trying to find a way to restore my my battery power. I just turned around because sometimes, just like I had to go in a random direction to find the road to get out of the loop, the orb loop, sometimes if you turn around on a road, something different will happen. And I think after a while I figure out that this is looping and I'm not going anywhere, so I turn. So little did I know that there were actually two roads, and the other road is where I could restore my battery power. Now I'm getting close to the orb, I could hear the sound. So I didn't really know what I was searching for, other than that I knew that road didn't have the tree that restores your battery power. The reason that I need to restore my battery power is to turn my headlights on. As you can see that they're on now. So there's very little guidance to figuring out the puzzles, and most of them anyways. So you kind of have to do some trial and error, and usually after you figure something out, music starts playing or there's some indication that you're on the right path. So this is the part that I had already figured out. There are some light posts at the end of this road, and if these cars hit you, they take a big chunk of your battery power. You can try to stop really quickly and flip on your brights. I'm not exactly sure why you have to stop to flip on your brights, but it definitely does make it a lot harder. So that's the hard part of the puzzle right there. I had already figured it out, and I knew that after those last two cars come, that I would need at least 4 battery power to light up these lampposts at the end here. It probably took me about 4 or 5 tries to get to the end with the required amount. While this puzzle may not seem like it would be very hard to figure out, quite a bit of exploration and trial and error went into getting to this point. Alright, so that's the end of the puzzle and as much gameplay footage as I'm going to show you in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the YouTube comments below or the Overwhelmed Gamer article on GameWalkers.com. If you enjoyed this and would like to see more gameplay videos of new indie games, hit the subscribe button below.